What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a tap into your soul read for the sign of Libra. Okay, Libra, you guys are last but not least on the zodiac lineup from last week. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So I apologize if this is getting to y'all late if you were waiting on it. Energy was kind of off last night after Aquarius, so I paused from doing any readings. I didn't want any energy from Aquarius kind of trickling in on you in Sagittarius, so I held off on doing readings. And so doing y'all's today, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. All right. If you guys should be familiar by now how we do the Tap into Your Soul readings, we'll pull 3 cards, one from the top in reference to your past, one from the bottom in reference to your present, okay, and then one energetically from the middle, okay, in reference to your future. And then the last card we'll look at is the one on the bottom of the deck for your overall outcome, okay? Now, Libra, if you like, you can take this time to think about what you would like your overall outcome to be in regards to your current situation, okay? There are 3 placements here. We're going to go one at a time, asking a particular question for each one. Answer those questions honestly for yourself. You can journal your responses, okay, if you like, and refer to them later, okay? If you haven't, Libra, make sure you go back this week and look at your energy and how it's been ever changing for the week, okay? So let's get started. What held you back in the past, Libra? What held you back in the past? Okay. This card just came up in Sagittarius. I shuffled before we started. Okay. However, it is here for you now in your past placement. Okay. This is also came up in Capricorn's readings. Okay. And a few others. For you guys, Libra, it's a possibility that you have been some or were in the past a little bit on guard when it came to people, very protective over your energy or very protective over your home as far as particular energies coming in. So you're a little bit different from Sagittarius. Sagittarius needs to get to this point as far as discernment, okay? While you guys in the past have already been there, okay? As far as being very selective on who comes around you, and like I said, with your energy, okay? So that is what held you back in the past, and maybe you passed judgment on people a little bit too soon or a little bit too harshly, okay? As this person has their hands on their hips in front of a doorway, okay? And so maybe you pass judgment on the wrong people in regards to your energy, okay? Not enough trust in people, okay? So let's move on. That's possibly what held you back in the past. Let's move on to your present. What continues to hold you back presently? What continues to hold you back presently, Libra? We have this card here. This person looks like they're holding like an invisible book of some sort, okay? A lot of purples, blues, white, copper, brown around their aura, okay? Libras, you could be, I don't feel like it's something that's like holding you back. It it could just be in a sense of learning more or having enough information. Okay, that may be something that could be holding you back in regards to passing judgment on people. Okay, not allowing yourself to have enough information on a particular situation. Okay, and you could be in that situation right now. Okay, as far as not really having all the details. Okay, and possibly you take the time to maybe you think or act irrationally before you get all of the information. Okay, and so that can possibly hold you back. All right, in a sense. So you may be subjective to hearing something from someone, almost like, and I've mentioned this before in readings about the rumor game. You hear something from someone else and you automatically assume that that's what's going on with someone without having enough details. You need to, when you are faced with a situation like that, you need to hear from the source itself, okay, in particular situations. All right. If it's something really important or dire that you need to know, it's better to get it from the source than just coming up with something on your own. Okay, and so that's what's possibly holding you back right now, Libras. Okay, so ended up coming out anyway. Um, like I said, and then for others of you Libras, I'm feeling as though you have information, but the information that you're finding out, you're kind of using for your benefit, okay? In a sense of maybe throwing it in someone else's face, okay? You may be doing that, okay? And that could possibly kind of backfire if you're not careful with that, okay? So let's move on to your future placement. How will you change your future? How will you change your future, Libra? So we have this card here, also very popular within the collectives lately. Okay. Um, Trying to think who it came out for last week, but it was in the middle. Can't really think of who it was. Okay. But nonetheless, it's here for you, future placement. Okay. So for some of you Libras, it could be in reference to parenthood. Okay. Um, Possibly some of you could be with child as this person is holding an egg. Okay. You could be with child now and maybe you're trying to make a decision on moving forward. Okay. Others of you, you could be a way for you to change your future. Of course, with children comes maturity. Okay. For others of you, learning to pretty much nurture a situation, okay, or nurture yourself more so than passing judgment on someone else, okay. It's time for you to turn that judgment towards others to yourself, okay. It's time for you to reevaluate yourself, okay, centering yourself, nurturing yourself, loving yourself, so that way you can pass that on to someone else, okay, or share in that with someone else. All right, so that is how you will change your future. It's time to nurture something, okay. It's time to possibly have a little bit more compassion also, okay. If you've been really harsh in the past or very standoffish or very firm, it's time to soften, okay. It is time to exude more of a feminine energy in the sense of compassion, nurturing. As you all know, I say it in my channel frequently. We have masculine and feminine energies. And so right now, your feminine energy is probably low. You need to raise it in reference to a particular situation, someone coming forward towards you. You need to have some compassion, okay, Libras? So, that being said, let's look at your overall outcome at the bottom of the deck. Okay, this card hasn't came up in a really long time. And usually I'm not used to it being in the overall outcome, okay? But we have a tree here with hands above, okay? And then someone at the bottom of the tree here holding their hand out, okay, towards this other energy here on the side, all right? And so I feel as though, and as you see these hands up here, you see the difference in the leaves of the tree and these hands up here, okay? So it could mean for your overall outcome to pretty much your higher self, okay, is asking for help, okay? You could be sending prayers up towards the heavens, towards source energy, towards the universe, towards spirit, to give you strength as you're moving through these changes in your life, okay? As far as judgment, okay, of your own self, okay? That is your overall outcome in a sense of, like I said, prayers of some sort, because you have all these hands up here, okay? And it could be from your ancestors. You may be becoming a little bit more spiritual, all right, Libra, as you're going through these changes, okay? Maybe you're dreaming of your ancestors, your relatives, things of that nature that have passed. And so they are trying to help you and assist you at this time as far as, you know, what's been going on in your life. Again, it's a lot of possible self-growth that's going on with you right now. If you haven't already, Libra, checked out the monthly manifestation for the month of August. We now have passed the full moon, the full sturgeon moon, and of course this week was a very impactful week as far as a massive ascension throughout all of the collective, okay, where people are reevaluating their lives again. This is energy from like 2 months ago. June was the month of reevaluation. 8th month of the year is in reference to really coming into terms with who you are as a person, balancing yourself out by getting and purging out emotional situations, emotional traumas, things of that nature, okay? And so you could be going through that right now, where you're just going through some personal growth changes within yourself, okay? And so things may be changing around you. Of course, everyone going back to work, things of that nature, the new normal that's coming is, you know, very overwhelming for some, as we, you know, kind of got adjusted to a new normal. So there's a lot of things that you're going through right now. So within these past couple of days, I would have to say from the 10th to the 14th, has been a massive ascension for a lot of people, okay? Coming into truth about some things, whether it be from others or just within yourself, okay? And so you're having some spiritual help, you know, like I said, ask those prayers of yourself. You're going to be tapping into your higher self a lot lately, okay, as far as looking at things from a different perspective, from a more mature standpoint, okay? And so just take your time with it. Just try to do some journaling as far as daily of how you're feeling regarding certain situations. Again, don't make any irrational decisions. Don't revert back to the past, okay? Do your research in its entirety if it's about self-growth, okay? And birth a new you, okay, with this last card here, okay? So Libra, that is all that I have for you guys today. This is your last reading for the month. unless you know your birth chart placements, you're more than welcome to watch those readings for those, so that way you can get a more extended reading for yourself, okay? But if not, I will see you guys in September. So until then, peace.